Okay.
and on. Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, good. We're going to start with, I have everything here that I need. So I'm going to start with, I just have a big potato. I'm going to start with peeling the potatoes. And I use the peel, compost the peel. This is a big potato, so that's enough for what I need. Okay, roughly, mostly wash it with some water and take away all the peels for composting. I'm going to go over the potato with my little hand knife to cut off all the eyes and things that are not so pretty. The eyes and a little bit of this is a little bit that's bad, so I'm going to just cut them off. This is a big chunk that's not so good. So it doesn't have to be perfect potatoes. This is a baking potatoes. It's big enough for my use. Okay, wash it again. Now I'm going to cut them into small cubes, about 1 centimeter. And then the ones that are lay them flat like this, just go ahead and chop them up into about 1 centimeter thick. You can come closer if you want to see more clearly. So now they're all in little cute little length. I chain them around and just go through over the whole thing. So they are very tiny cubes. They cook faster when they are small like that. That's about 2 cups of chopped potato. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to turn on the heat to my pot. It's a small pot, but big enough for what I need. And put a little bit of olive oil, just about a tablespoon or so. And you can use any kind of curry powder. I have some curry powder that's store-bought, and there are recipe online that you can make curry powder from mixing different things. So I'm just cook about a teaspoon of curry powder. If you want it hotter, you can use more or less. A teaspoon will turn out to be about mild. This way, just cook that with a little bit of oil. You can watch here. So the curry powder is cooked with a little bit of oil, but not too much so that it doesn't burn. Turn down here a little bit. And now I put in my potatoes. And give it a quick stir so that the curry powder coat the potato. So the curry powder has all the flavor, but it doesn't have the saltiness. So I'm going to put in a little bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon for this amount of potato. Not too much. And I have some bone broth that I made the other day. You can use chicken broth or you can use some other broth just for the flavor, just enough to cover the potatoes. This is about a cup and a half. You don't want too much, but enough to just barely cover the potato. And then you can taste it, salty enough, spicy enough. If not, you can add a little bit of chicken bouillon cube um, to your taste, or you can use vegetable cube just for additional flavor. So I'm going to turn this down now and let it cook for about 10-15 minutes. Covered. Now I'm going to work on my dough, which is has been defrosting since this morning. Clean up this. A little bit flour on the surface. There are 2 sheets on the dough that you buy, and I'm going to work on 1 sheet at a time. So just put a sheet off to the side while I work on one of them. The sheets are separated by paper, so put that aside and use this one. This has already got some flour in it, so it's nice, more flour. Just going to cut each of those into 9 pieces. There are 9. So I can we're going to make a total of 18 samosa. For each piece, it's quite thick, so I'm going to do roll it out a little bit longer so that it will be about, instead of this size, is a little bit bigger, square. So it come out to be about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches square. All 9 of them. Doesn't have to be perfect square, just barely a little bit bigger. Turn this down a little bit. The last time we made this, Mike was helping me fold and make the samosa. So they're all done. Let me check on the cookie. It's still bubbling away. I'm going to turn it higher in order to cook all the liquid down so that you can make a thick filling. Now test to see if the potato is done. Probably not yet. Slightly done. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm going to turn on the oven, 400. Heat it to 400 degrees. Oven is now preheating to 400. It's still quite liquid. Now I have put too much water, but you can start using a mashed potato to mash it a little bit. That will also thicken it. It's starting to thicken up now. Want to cook the liquid down so that it can form, the potato will form little balls when you dish it out. Not too much liquid. I'm going to boil up most of the liquid. There's some frozen peas. Just taken out of the freezer, give it a little bang. So it's thickening up now. So keep stirring so it doesn't burn at the bottom. It's quite thick. Add my my peas, not about a cup or so of the frozen pea. Give you the nice green color, and you also cook in the heat of the potato. Mix it all up. So the pea would not be totally cooked in here, but when you bake the samosa, the peas will become cooked during the baking. So this is nice and thick, hardly any liquid underneath. It's all soaked up by the potato. So it's easy to, just take a spoonful, no water underneath. It's almost like mashed potato with peas. We put this away. The oven is ready. Perfect. Perfect time. So now we are ready to turn off. I'll turn this off. So we're ready to make the samosa. We take one of these, put a tablespoon or two in the middle. And now we get a warm thing to make sure I got it. Okay. And here's some water and a brush. Going to brush around the edges of all the square. Just some water. And then you take the four corner and bring them up like a tent, like this. So that gives you a little pyramid with the bottom, and you seal the sides like this. So you make a little pyramid square with the side. Just put it on my, do all 9 of those. Corner to corner, other corner, and put them together, corner, and the sides will pinch together, this side and this side. Just put that in. 3 more. We'll just do half of it today, and I can fold it while it cooks. We can talk on the on Zoom while I leave the other half for later. Two more. Do 10. Okay, into the oven it goes. And I'm going to set, you can bring it and show it here. I'm just going to put it in the oven. I have a small countertop oven. And just let it cook for about 15 minutes at a timer. 15 and then check it. Meanwhile, I'll go and pause the recording and come and talk to you on my other phone. You can keep it on record while I go into the room and so another 2 minutes, I think, and it's almost finished. So really browning up. In fact, that's good enough that I'm just going to turn off the oven. So we got 9 of these puff pastry. They're nice and brown. Evenly, there might be a little bit of holes in the middle, but it's nice to right. I'm going to put it down here, nice and cool off before we eat dinner. Okay, that's for the recording. I'm going to stop the recording again. So I'm going to stop it now and